Thank you for coming back to my channel for your stimulus check and stimulus package update. Please subscribe to my channel. Please leave your thumbs up and please leave your comments. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for your support on this channel. I really do appreciate you for it. Thank you so much. Y'all, on this pandemic, I believe there's a reason why this pandemic is lasting so long. I believe our government and the governments around the world wants it to last this long. They're using it to control us. I'm not saying that this pandemic is fake. I'm not saying COVID is fake. But look how fast they came up with a vaccine. I think they needed to slow it down. They don't want to stop it. They just want to slow it down. And that they did. It did slow it way down. Because if they didn't slow it down from where it was, so many people dying every day. I mean, they're having to put them in refrigerated trucks and stuff. If they didn't slow it down, pretty soon they wouldn't have nobody left to control. So they elected to make this vaccine to slow it down. Y'all, I know this sounds crazy, but I'm just thinking out loud here. The governments around the world are controlling people by slowing this COVID virus down. They closed our businesses. They tell you where you can go, where you can't go. They tell you how many people you can take with you, how many people can be in your little family groups. They're controlling us with this pandemic. Our government and other governments has decided it is better for them to slow it down than it is to stop it. They can stop it. I really believe they can. But they choose not to. Y'all just look at who's behind the protocol that they've used for this whole pandemic. The social distancing, wearing the mask, wearing the gloves, getting the vaccines. Who came up with all of that stuff? Do you think it was the Surgeon General? No. Do you think maybe Dr. Fauci? No. Do you think a group of very well-educated doctors? No. It was Bill Gates. He's behind all of this. And what is Bill Gates? He's a software developer. Software can do what? Control everything. It's all about control. How deep does this really go? Do we know? Do we even want to know? You may think this is crazy, the things that I'm saying here. And when I listen to what I'm saying, it sounds crazy, it sounds far-fetched, but it's something to think about. It could be that they just want to control us, and they're doing it with the pandemic. I'm not saying the pandemic was started in order for them to control us, but they seized the opportunity once it did start. Because I really believe it could be stopped if they want to stop it. Same with cancer. We know they could cure cancer if they wanted to, with all the billions of dollars that's been spent over the years to cure cancer, and all the research, and all the news reports about doctors losing their license when they try to help someone. Yeah, they can cure cancer. They've got cures for cancer. But people that gets close to getting the truth out about cancer, mysteriously they die. Okay, y'all. All of these lawmakers comes up with their stimulus plans. And so far, the likelihood of them getting passed is questionable. Most of these plans that they come up with are pure garbage. So I came up with a plan of my own. Tell me what you think about it. Y'all, we know we got plans that calls for $2,000 for each adult and $1,000 for each kid, reoccurring until a year after the pandemic is over. Y'all, come on. How crazy does that sound? Yes, it would be nice for us, but in the long run, it would not be nice for us because we're going to have to pay for it somehow, and that's through inflation. So my plan would be, go ahead and pass stimulus checks, $2,000 for each adult and $1,000 for each kid for 6 months only, starting now. I would pass a $200 boost for everyone that's on SSI, SSDI, VA, all of the benefits. I would pass a $200 boost per month, and it would remain in effect forever. I would approve the federal unemployment for everyone that's on unemployment for 6 months. Then it's done. Eviction bans. I would have a ban on evictions for 6 months. Then it's done. I would call for a total reopen of our country within 6 months. No more homeschooling. Kids needs to go to school every day. Daycare assistance for working mothers for 6 months. Notice I said assistance, not free. Okay, now the part that you will not like is there's jobs out there. Everywhere I turn my head, I see help wanted signs. There are plenty of jobs out there. People says that they're college graduates and they're not going to work in a restaurant. They're not going to flip hamburgers. Well, if you need a job bad enough, these jobs will pay your bills. They're $13 an hour to start here in Pensacola, Florida. So if you need help bad enough, these jobs will pay your bills and put groceries on your table. Until you find the job you want. Now, restaurant workers, they have no problem because they could pick where they want to work right now. There's so many people hiring. They could pick where they want to work. They could also almost pick their pay. I said that to say this. On all of these things that I would put in my plan, they would be for 6 months only. Within that 6 months, you have to take a job. Now, when you take a job, these benefits will not be cut out until the end of the 6 months. So if you get a job right after this starts, you got 6 months of your job's pay and 6 months of all of these benefits, stimulus checks, unemployment, all of that would carry on for another 6 months, even after you're working. Sounds pretty good to me. But after that 6 months, there will be no more stimulus checks. There will be no more unemployment. There will be no more assistance for daycare. Unless you're disabled to work, too old to work, mentally, physically, you can't work. I understand those people. They need help for the rest of their life. I understand that, and I'm very fine with that. But the people that are sitting at home because they don't want to take a job because the government makes it too easy for them to sit at home, those people will lose everything. We will force them back to work. Right now, you got companies and you got states that are giving sign-on bonuses. I seen one that's $1,200 just to take a job. There's 2 states right now, I forgot what they are, but these 2 states is ending unemployment because it's a disincentive to make people go back to work. People are needing workers so bad and they can't get it. These companies can't open because they can't find people that wants to work. That's ridiculous. So my plan would give everybody a $2,000 stimulus check and a $1,000 stimulus check for your kids, and it would be reoccurring every month for 6 months. It would give elderly people, disabled people, $200 boost on their benefits check. The federal unemployment would remain in effect for 6 months, whether you take a job or not. Eviction bans would go on for another 6 months. The country will be completely open, ready for business within 6 months. I believe this would get passed because they know in 6 months there won't be no more stimulus. There would be no need for stimulus because a family of 4 getting $4,000 for the adults because it's 2 adults and 2 kids and another $2,000, $6,000 a month for the next 6 months plus your job, plus your unemployment if you're on unemployment. If you can't get back on your feet with all of that, I don't know what to say. Because I think that plan will cost the country a lot less money and it would do the most good. It's just my opinion. Y'all let me know what you think about it. Do you think this is a good idea? Because we know the reoccurring checks for a year after the pandemic. We know that will not pass. If anybody thinks it's passed, they're kind of goofy up here. It will not pass. We will get one more stimulus check. I agree with that. But I really believe after we get that one $2,000 stimulus check, I don't think there'll be another $2,000 stimulus check anyway soon, if ever. And if they don't pass the $1,000 reoccurring check, that will be our last check. So I think my plan is a lot better. Let me know what you think in the description below, in the comments below. Y'all keep your faith in Jesus Christ. He's going to get us through all of this garbage, and I really don't think it's going to be that much longer. I love you all. Until the next time. Ciao.